The Q&A session will begin in approximately 1 minute. Please do prepare in front your monitor, your laptop, or perhaps any mobile device. Thank you. All right, greetings everyone. My name is Rahul. So today we'll be having a Q&A session. So before we begin, I will wait for a green light from Madam Nofauza to proceed further. So in the meantime, do prepare yourselves with your questions or perhaps go through the FAQs that has been written throughout the group for the past few days. And yes, do contribute to this discussion if possible. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Good evening to all who had time, spare your time to join sessions for tonight. Thank you, Rahul. I've assigned Rahul to assist and moderate as a moderator for today's sessions. Very thankful to him for helping out to lessen our burden. Myself and Dr. Fazlana. And maybe perhaps Rahul, you may start now.
Okay, so everyone, so before we begin, I would like to continue with the beginning of our FAQ. Madam, if I may share the screen.
Okay.
All right, so the screen will be shared shortly. Please do pay attention, yeah? Okay, the screen is shared. I believe the screen is shared. Hold on. Let me throw this. I have asked help from ChatGPT for writing messages. Thank you. Okay, yeah, later midterm. Okay. Okay, so the FAQs first would begin here. So straight to the point, we have the FAQ for reporting format and also requirements. As you can see, these are several questions to be asked and has been answered. So throughout this FAQ, if you have any questions or uncertainties, please do raise them up right now. You can raise your hand, you can open your mic, you can do anything to get attention because we would like to help you today. Okay, so I believe so far there is no questions. It's okay, we can continue later. So now moving on to the second agenda. So the second agenda will be referring to the latest FAQ inside here if there is any questions. Okay, scrolling down. Okay, so it seems for the report submission question, we have several. So the first question would be, in the FAQ, it is stated that the final submission needed to submit in the FCSIT LI website. Do we still need to submit in the new website? Okay, so may I know who asked this question, if possible? Okay, no one never write your names. Okay, no problem. So, madam, the question here would be, do we need to submit the final submission onto the FCSIT LI, or we need to submit onto the new website?
Okay, as to start, if you still remember our briefing last year, which was on October, roughly like that, and there's not yet been launched. This, I would say, there are two different systems. One is the FCSIT LI, which actually has been used from last 2 years. It's actually successfully been used. But then, Unimas under this unique and Tahodisi have actually improved the Unimas portal LI, and come up with a Reka platform of internship.ia.unimas.my. Okay, and from I guess from February, right? It started. Okay, and we starting from November, if you still remember. Okay, we use the FCSIT LI, the faculty LI RECA system. Okay, to generate automatically your LI later. Okay, if you remember, so that comes very smooth. I would say runs very smoothly lah. Same with what happens to your what actually has experienced by your senior before. So nothing has, as chaotic as this semester. I was like, okay, I'm a bit confused sometimes, whether we will just continue with our faculty LI system or using UNIMAS internship system, because they are actually in the face of, I would say, UAT test on us. And unfortunately, your supervisor industry also in the would say ecosystem of this UAT test. So unfortunately, it's not really solid and finalized, let's say. So that's why, for the final submission, it's good to upload your final documentation of your LI, which consists of your slide, your LI report, and as well as your weekly log report. Make sure it's compiled together. Don't separate it into weekly 24 weeks of PDF files. It's better, you know how to do it, right? So make sure you compile it into one single PDF file for your weekly log. Okay, much more easier for us to view rather than clicking one by one, 24 number of PDF files. So make your reader or your evaluator or even your LI commenter is their work, even your supervisor. Okay, so I will suggest, because I did ask the developer of the how do you see Mr. Franz lah, because we on our side, because this system, the internship, which is I would say the UNIMAS system, only viewed by the industry supervisor and as well as LI coordinator. Okay, there's another link, for LI coordinator to assign the supervisor, your lecturer, monitoring and visiting, which is actually cannot be proceed. Because totally different environment, which is your internship, the IA, under RECA platform. Meanwhile, the other one is actually different environment. So which actually I would say I wouldn't want to review it lah. I don't want to like, cause there's a lot of things require improvement in that particular part. So that's why your supervisor might asking you, to sign your log report. So just to let you know, we actually have 3 links. 3 for LI connectors, 1 for students, and 1 for LI your lecturer visiting. So it's a bit, chaotic for me, for myself, and as well as Dr. Nofasan. That's why we stick to our faculty LI system rather than using those 2 UNIMAS systems. So if in the future, perhaps within this break, this long break, myself and Dr. Alam Shahla, who actually pioneer or expert at RECA, we will try to come up with our own log, because we have the letter verification letter, and all the list of archived information on your supervisor or all previous list of internship placements, and at the end is evaluation. So evaluation different from other faculties evaluation. So which means what we lacking is actually the log. That's why UNIMAS, or Tahodisi and UNIC are actually come up with this log. So try come up with a faculty lah. It's easier rather than there's a lot of links, and when asking about there's an issue, error lah, have to restart server lah, so a bit chaos lah, okay, for all of us. Okay, I guess for this question on submission of your final, okay, please, yeah, I know you have to upload in these two separate systems, so it's better rather than you're missed out, or even because we required to submit this log because LI is actually under the audit of UNIC lah, University Industry Center of UNIMAS, because UNIC punya aim or main goal is actually as an intermediary of the university or the faculty with the industry. So that's why they need to involve in all the faculty's internship course. Okay, just that there are some miscommunication between faculty, UNIC, and as well as the which need to be resolved during this long break. Okay. Any question from the rest?
Okay, so it seems Madam has answered the question, and yes, it has been going around the rumors that our entities are involved in managing both the LI systems as well as the administration does behold for more than a single entity, Tahoe DC,
Yes.
UNIC, and also our own faculty. So it seems that it's a lot of people handling a single, how do you say, a single task for this whole semester, and has caused a lot of confusion, as per
Yes.
mentioned by Madam.
And we have two
So,
intern, right, working with Tahoe DC and UNIC, two of them working on the system. So that was not really, I would say, professional, okay, to us students or intern to do the intern system even since last year. So I'm gonna raise up this issue. Even I already raised this issue last year during the faculty meeting. There's no action be taken, but I'm gonna fight for it. Not to worry about it. For next next year internship will be hopefully smooth, using our own faculty system.
I see. All right. Hope for the best for the next coming internship batch, and hopefully we can solve our batch issue before the end of our internship, because the most important thing is we finish our intern and enter the final year for a fresh start for our FYP. Okay, so thank you, madams, for the first answer. So as everyone can see, the answer is the final submission, which consists of the completed slides, reports, and the leaky logbooks to be done on both the FCSIT LI iaunimas.my as well as the internship website. So the answer is on screen if you're able to see. If you're not able to see, please do refer to the link shared in the Telegram group. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on to the second question.
I have a question.
Okay, yes, please carry
Sorry.
on.
Just to double confirm only. Hi, madam. Hi, Rahul.
Hi,
So I just want to ask, just to 100% clarify, confirm the weekly logs. We just download it PDF and then we just merge all together, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I believe someone with the matrix number 79065 or some sort, your mic is on. All right. Okay, so yes, Natalie, just to recap what you mentioned.
The reason why I ask is mainly because I've seen some of my friends, they copy paste and then they write it into a Word document, make their own table and so on and so forth. So I was like, oh, do I have to do that? Thank you. Can just compile only. Okay, thank you.
Compile using Adobe Acrobat.
All right, so the addition would be all the wiki logs should be compiled into a single PDF, yeah? Okay, now is there any more questions? Yes.
And with the digital signature from your supervisor, industry supervisor as well.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so madam, is that correct right now on screen?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, so moving on to the second question. All right. So yeah, before we continue, please don't be shy to write who's the person who asked the question. You have contributed massively to our discussion today. So yeah, continue to the second question. I will quote it as if he or she is saying this. I worked on only one project during the internship. Modules and sections I was involved in are detailed in section 2.3, involvement technical description. What should I write for section 3.1, other assignment in the organization? I wrote one paragraph stating that I'm only involved in one project and can refer to the task in section 2.3. So I believe that's the question, or perhaps a statement by the student. Madam, what is your take on this?
Okay, I wrote on the comments actually, if not applicable, then just omit on that section. So the template or even the guideline given to you is actually helping you out, okay, in case because students been placed into a different industrial companies or attachment, the nature of the task or work or project even are different. So those guidelines will be varies from different students lah. So if not applicable for your internship work, then just omit it. Those are just a guideline.
Okay. So Madam has answered the question. So if the question asker or the person who asked the question is here, so Madam's answer would be that if it's not applicable, just omit that section since it doesn't relate to what you're trying to achieve during your report writing. Okay, so does anyone have anything to ask or perhaps follow up on this question number 2? Okay. All right.
Oh, wait, I did. Hold on.
Okay, please carry on.
So,
Take your time.
so the thing is when you say omit about the chapter, right? Does this mean like we just directly delete the chapter out of the report?
Not
just
to
skip
delete the chapter, okay, but perhaps the subsection. Okay? If it's mentioned, of course, you do some project, one single project, for example, but not with other tasks. Like, for example, you are, handling some tasks like what else? The like, contoh booth, okay? Giving some, marketing. So those are actually non-IT related, but okay, you are encouraged to put in as a list of sites tasks. Okay? So that is actually internship, not just focusing on IT jobs or practical job. Even some who had gone to the sites, or even like for example, Petronas students that attended the CSR project with the communities. Yes, you do. You can add it on. Okay? So internship is all to do with all not just technical, but as well as your soft skill with community work, CSR works. Okay? So in this 6 months of your internship. So don't just focus on just one technical project. I know some of you have done multiple tasks, or even 3 projects with sub section or sub modules. Just arrange it accordingly in table format so that it's easier for your reader, evaluator, or even your supervisors to review on your work. Okay? So hopefully you are smart enough to arrange it accordingly. So this actually, I give you this template not to making you even pressure even without for this template or guidelines, you think what else you want to add on. So this actually helping you out to follow what are the things required in all the section chapters and sub chapters. So it is a guide, pre-FYP write up for your FYP1, for example, for your proposal even. You should have follow a standard format. Okay, hopefully this answer your questions, Dennis.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
All right, I believe that's a good question by Mr. Dennis. Thank you for asking. So, Madam, if you would assist me, so the final answer would be that if not applicable, we can just omit the section, but it's encouraged to be added, is it?
Yes. So project varies lah, okay, for different students. So you know your project well enough than others. So I guess you able to structure or arrange those content into a readable format, clearly structured
I
way.
see.
Okay.
All right. So, Madam, before we proceed further, I believe there are a few questions in the live chat. We could move. We could move over to the live chat.
Yes, yes, sure. Internship end 25th of so it should be follows your internship offer letter. Okay, but some supervisor have requested, okay, the top discuss with the even CEO ka ataupun director of that department. Yeah, it's supervisor. They meet together with the students and said, okay, you should have finished 24 weeks. Okay, like example on the 9th of August. Yes, if you are been given allowed to finish earlier, yes, yeah, you can. It's depending on yours because the duration, okay, 24, okay, and 6 months. Okay, some companies they require student to finish up till 6 months, and some are just 24 weeks. Usually for states or government or federal organizations, yeah, they not fit 24 minggu. Okay, so it's depending on how you the discussions, okay, between you and the supervisor and as well as the HR department. So I have released one of students who said, okay, dia nak habis awak which fits because some might, you know, cuti ataupun taking leave untuk or even MC ke dalam seminggu, 2 minggu, who knows kan. So some companies they require student to be exact 24 week. Mana they extend up till 6 months lah. 6 months will be the 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 longest duration of students internship.
All right. So, Madam, okay, I believe that's one of the answers, but I think Henry is approaching this in another way, I believe. But Henry, do correct me if I'm wrong. So his question is it on the 25th or the 26th the internship will end? So I believe his point of view or perspective would be, is it true that our internship is only going to end on Monday? Whereas is it a bit of alang-alang lah, basically in simple terms, because we have only a single day in week number 26 if we were to follow the takwim or as well the chronology time. So 26 is on a Monday. So is it really true 26 is the last day or
26.
26?
It's your last day.
I see. Okay, okay, noted. Okay, so Henry, I believe the question has been answered. Oh, sorry. Okay. Once again, stop it. Okay. Now, is it on the 25th or the 26th? Okay, so the answer is on the 26th, Henry? Okay, so now moving on to the second question, quite fast. Felix has inquired, may I know if grading requires signature or verification? Please don't angry. Okay, okay. So, Madam, so before Madam answer the question, Mimi has actually personal messaged me, said, did we actually piss Madam off for the past few questions asked non-stop? So, Madam, please do clarify with them because they are quite sad at the same time, quite unhappy because Madam did show a bit of anger with them. So,
Yeah, I
merajuk
feel
juga.
very angry because I received, you know, feedback from the lecturer monitoring lah. Said I can't see the students' log. Yeah, when I compare with the other students, yes, then it should be you know linked to the student log lah. Okay, and when I check back, the student tak buat langsung pun. Siapa tak marah? The log should be started or you create your log, weekly log as early as first month or second month. Ni dah week, ini dah month, 5th month kan. bulan kelima tak juga buat. Siapa tak marah? It's not one, okay? Few. I guess 5 to 6 students. Ni macam LI coordinator not doing the task, was asking student. Siapa tak marah? For those, not all lah, okay, but a few. Saya terima dari 2 lecturer, call that student, tak ada, and on the system pun tak ada nombor telefon student. Because last time when before doing the evaluation verification, I will start from depending on the system lah, FCSIT LI system. Okay, I will distribute the link or apa, bukan survey lah, collecting data student macam paling because bulan kelima kan, paling latest. Okay, so I share the Microsoft survey link for the student to update their information such as their mobile phone, apa lagi, the lecturer, LI, apa nama,
I see.
industry, all the information lah, paling latest. Okay, but for
Okay.
this semester, I don't want to burden you guys with a lot of things you need to key in kan. So I just depending on the Unimas LI system, internship,
All right.
the IA system. And then when I look at the data, some data the student did not fill, and even it's not restricted. Okay, mana developer of that system dia tak restrict, dia tak strict lah. Okay, compulsory to add in. And I noticed, lama. Okay, it's what a bit frustrated lah. Okay, macam dia punya apa, designation, Mr, Miss pun tak ada. So yeah, there's a lot of complaint lah. Okay, will be macam list of,
I see.
improvement required. I really need all of your input lah for the system.
Okay,
Saya
noted.
nak bom unik yang tahu di sini juga sebenarnya.
Oh,
They should
alright,
have eased our work. Lecturers are
True.
not, doing the system programmer. We have a lot of things to do. Teaching, writing papers, writing journal, presentation, master, not just look at student lah. So really hope your feedback lah. I'm really happy with all your feedback actually. But if there's a repeating question, make sure refer to Raho pun dia volunteer to help us to compile everything. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much,
Next
madam.
question.
I'm just doing my part of the job. So yes, madam. Back to the main question is does our grading, what do you say, documents require verification or signature?
I will say at the end lah, your final, depending again on the supervisor, your LI lecturer monitoring. Some won't do the investigation. But for myself, okay, I can tengok. Some are actually will refer at the system if they're able to access through the different link tu. Yang lecturer monitoring, salah satu link lagi satu which is not shared to student lah. So that will be separate link. So tak nak show you pun nanti you pening pula. So
True.
I will say it's better lah, okay, with your internship industry supervisor to just sign pun tak apa, without stamp is okay. So make sure dia signed, digital sign. No need to print lah. There's no hard copy required in this report submission.
Okay, so basically, what Madam tries to bring forward here, it is depending on our monitoring lecturer, and as well, it is advised by Madam herself that it is advised that it should be signed and verified to be on the safe side.
On the cover pun kira okay lah. On the first page tak apa, asalkan you compile into one PDF, okay. One signature would be adequate lah, macam dah memadai.
All right.
Sorry, madam, I want to ask a question. Okay, when I submit my logbook, in the online, my supervisor, my external supervisor cannot view it. So is it okay if I get the sign like physically, they will chop, they will sign, and then I scan and then I keep it in a soft copy? Will that be fine?
Yes, can. Yes, sure.
Thank you, madam.
All right, so that's a good question actually by, sorry, your name is Shalini. If I'm saying it wrong, to correct me. So the question raised by her is, she has compiled it in a physical copy and has gotten the signatures physically from her authorities, and also has taken the initiative to scan them and present it in a soft copy with fully signed and verified, as well as chopped by her side. So the question is it possible for her to do that? And Madam's answer was, yes, it is possible. Okay, so yes. Now moving on to the other question, if there is any before I continue. Okay, so the question by Queenie. Is it possible to finish the internship at 23rd of August since my company is using the Scrum method? The 26th will be a new sprint meeting. I think the PM will not assign the task to me. Okay, so Madam, very quick overview on this. I believe there are many questions down there.
Okay, it's possible to finish. Yes, yeah, if your supervisor allow you to. Yes, you can end early lah on the 23rd of August, but with the consent of the company. Kita tak nak ni tiba-tiba where's the student 26 tak datang pun ni. Look at the offer letter 26. So we don't want that kind of issue lah raised from your raised up by your company. So make sure with the consent of the company as well as the supervisor. Okay. Any other question? Is it okay, Queenie?
Oh, hello. Sorry.
Yes,
Natalie here.
Mm.
So just to go back to the grading one, the report and the slides and no, report and the logbook. Of course, it depends on your monitoring supervisor as well. Sometimes they want to schedule to see any confidential stuff. So that one. And if can get the sign, then get sign. But if really can, never mind for now. But the final one, we must.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks,
All right. So the question statement by Natalie. Everyone, I hope you all heard it properly. And Madam, yes, you're fine with that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Finalize
So
when we sign.
all right. So now moving on to the follow-up questions down there. Is it possible? Okay. By Rizwan. Okay. If I want to insert an organization chart, where should I put it? And is it in the list of tables, or I just put it in the organization background? I don't understand. So I believe for this answer there is an answer already, and yes, it's by Natalie herself. In the report guideline, it says the organization chart, flow chart, Gantt chart, etc. are all under the appendix. So another question by an unverified student, however, do I need to finish my internship 1 week late if I start 1 week later than the other students? So yeah, I will take this from here just to save the time. Yes, according to what we have been briefed before during the internship LI briefing last semester, if you begin 1 week late, you finish 1 week late. Okay, so now moving on to Maria's question. May I know how the evaluation from the company percentage will be? If we got a good score, the possibility to fail should be low, right? Okay, so from my understanding, if I remember correctly, there is a grading whereby there will be 40% for the report, 20% by the monitoring lecturer, 20% by our external. If I'm wrong, please to correct me, madam.
Yes, it's correct. You do your homework.
Okay, so the percentage would be, if I'm not mistaken, from the company would be 20%, and by our monitoring lecturer will be another 20%, and our own report writing will be 40%. However, if I'm correct, madam, that will only evaluate up to 80%. Where does the other 20% come from?
20% is your law report. That will be separate
Oh,
from your report.
okay.
So different.
Okay, so
And one more thing, it's
yes.
why we put the arrangement of assessment 20% to the LI industry lah, your external supervisor, because we want to protect our student. If you do it 50-50, so it will the student would possibility of the student would fail, one thing. And that's why we have the weightage of even performance evaluation from your lecturer monitoring itu penting. If we do have a case lah, whereby the supervisor have given the industry supervisor have given very low mark to the student, even the scale up to poor performance for that student. And myself, depending on which program the students was actually. So LI coordinator together with the lecturer monitoring, will discuss together with the supervisor. So how would be the right decision or status for that particular student, in terms of the work performance, in terms of the discipline, in terms of work. So those weightage would impact the students' grade, say the status fail or pass. So we, as a LI coordinator, need to justify why the students fail, why we need to fail that student. So they happen. That's why I mentioned during our briefing, there's 2 students fail, and there might be few. So far, it's 1 student fail this semester. So that's why again, if will you raise up the issue of the submission to 10 dengan 15 August. If you remember, you have Rahul, you have written a text this morning regarding the submission of your finals should be on the 15th. And this date should be 1st Jana first lah. So do you know the difference between Jana, first Jana and second Jana for the grading?
What is first Jana and
Okay.
second Jana?
Okay. When you first review your mark, to remember, recall back your second year last time, first year, second year, whereby student able to view the grade, your grade. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
That is first Jana, first marks, first grading. And then, there's a duration, whereby the student able to apply for rayuan,
Reassessment.
reassessment for that particular grade. That's why there's a first Jana and second Jana. And this 15th of August, given to me by the previous Dr. Iwandi, itu dia bagi 15. But then when I look at the dates, the current date, because the date given is last second Jana. Mana dia peluang untuk pelajar merayu, to be reassessed back the grade, webinar lah tak boleh sebab dia dah second Jana. Second Jana you won't able to merayu lagi lah, reassess. So that's why I requested to be all the grading by all these supervisors need to be submitted to me on the 10th, to us lah, me and Dr. Fazlan, before 10. Kalau kira belum lagi, there's an issue where students unable to completed some of the particular and might be fail, so we will contact the student. So this happened last semester. We keep on contacting the student. Okay, make sure you submit your report. It's 40%, especially report lah, and we're able to change the status of student from fail to pass. So if
Okay.
after 15 August and the student still cannot be reached ataupun kira terlambat 16 of August baru dapat reach, dia rayu lagi supaya dia dapat grade dia diluluskan, tak boleh lah. So we given a particular duration for student to reassess lah. So that's why it's better to submit early. I don't have any issue with the students under my monitoring lah. I have 11 students under my monitoring, and 80% of them have completed all the documents that required, and I already assessed their work. I bagi pass, so tak ada issue untuk student under me lah. Okay.
All right. Noted. Duly
It's
noted.
pass and fail, bah. It's no grading. If grading, of course, student might I want A lah, I want B plus lah, I want A minus lah. So better pass and fail lah. The most
Okay.
important is your report, walaupun it's partial. Partial means you masukkan apa the current progress. So you can just note there. Okay, you will say you would note to that particular subchapter. Okay, that saying that okay you will complete this. You promise your apa monitoring lecturer will provide him or her if he really needs some lecturer very particular kan. Dia nak juga. Walaupun dah di-grade, but they require you to fulfill the request and want to see what is your final report. For myself, okay, I trust student. Okay, I see my first impression of the student. If I tengok dia committed, okay, and trustworthy, of course, okay, I want there to like apa, looking at mungkin dia punya final score. I know, okay, he's doing his whole job. Okay.
Okay. Noted. All
Okay.
right.
Next.
Okay, noted, madam. Thank you for your explanation. So I have a follow-up question here by Hudilan. Does that mean we will get the result before the 2nd Jana?
Yeah, you might depending again. So 10th of August, I would suspect not always admit. Yeah, because today I have remind all the lecturers to submit their evaluation before 10th of August, and for industry supervisor, okay, I will send to them tomorrow morning, and on the 10th, okay, I would compile all the marks, okay, and upload to the my mark. So some of you might not seen the marks as lulus. It might be gagal because not both, which means either both ataupun salah seorang lah tak bagi markah. So the latest mark will be on the 15th lah, on the jana kedua. So I would say maybe 10%. Tengok dulu. I would keep on pushing both of the evaluator lah, the lecturer and as well as the industry supervisor to evaluate your evaluation.
All right. So, okay, madam, as you can see on the screen, the answer will be depend. So possibility to be on the 10th of August, since the evaluation has to be done before the 10th of August. Also on the 10th of August, madam would compile the marks on your side, but there is also a possibility to be on the 15th. Is there a way for me to condense this, or this is already as condensed as it can be?
Yes. And
okay?
so far, okay, depending on the lecturer lah, usually the lecturer who notice student who had issue with the internship placement or even with the supervisor, so he might report it to me, so I will list out whose student will fail this internship course, and I will contact we will contact the student personally, saying that just to ask from he or their side what actually happened, why the supervisor and as well as lecturer have given the marks for performance and will fail.
Okay, noted. So the situation is dependable on the lecturer, the student, as well as many other external factors. The possibility on the 10th, and there will be possibilities before the 10th. The evaluation has to be done as Madam would compile it on the 10th, and the possibility to be released on the 15th is there as well. So as a conclusion, there is no exact time where the results will come out, right?
Exact time will be on the 15th lah, on the jana kedua. But if we
Okay.
notice, there's an issue with student, macam ada biasalah, the lecturer will last minute contacting the student also, asking for the log report. But I did email to the lecturer, whereby the assessment is only for the partial, not really for final assessment lah, which means partial log book and as well as the LI report. So
All right.
not, they don't should know lah.
All right, so I would still leave it as uncertain because there can be changes during to the time. So
Yes.
the possibility to be the final date on the 15th is a high possibility but not confirmed. All right, so I will send this answer to Dylan. Okay, below that we have a question from Wong. So the first grading alias or Jana, the student can see the first version of the marks and can request reassessment to change from pass to fail, and the second grading of Jana, the final version and cannot be changed. Oh, I believe this is a statement. Is that true, madam? What Wong has
Yes.
mentioned?
Yeah, and one more thing, internship course is different from other courses, okay, which means if you saw your marks fail lah, contoh for your internship, they want there are changes be made by LI coordinators to change the status, because our intern duration your internship still running, another like 2 or 3 weeks, right? We are given some special reassessment. So which means if you saw your marks fell on the 10th, and then you don't need to asking for reassessment. Macam rayuan ke apa, bayar 40 ringgit ke berapa ringgit, no need. So the final marks will be on the 15th. So that's different from other courses. Other courses like ITP ke apa, you if first jana you saw the result and you want to be reassessed kan, you minta ujian kembali ke ataupun check the result, so you required to pay some amount kan.
True.
So different from LI lah. This is what Dr. Irwandi have told me. So he said due to our macam different nature sikit lah. The student masih lagi, the internship masih lagi berjalan.
Okay, noted. All right, so I believe Madam has received a lot of impression on this and the answer has been stated. Hope everyone is clear about that. So now moving on to the next question by Ismairis. Okay, Ismairis. Okay, Ismairis. So the question is, how strict is the marking for the logbook report? Because my logbook and report had to be simple due to confidentiality. So,
Okay.
Madam?
Okay, Ismailis, have you been assessed yet by your lecturer monitoring? So it's depending on the lecturer again, and how you explain, justify your logbook report. And of course lah, in your logbook you should have stated the reflection. Although it's confidential, but of course your reflection is the main key lah for the marks. Apapun reflection.
Okay.
Okay.
So the answer would be depending on the monitoring lecturer, yeah? Okay. Okay. Madam, Ms. Maris would like to pass on his thank you for the clarification.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, now, so I believe so far that's the live chat questions. Moving on back to the other part. Khairul Izwan bombardment. Sorry, I didn't read that quite fast. He mentioned what again? Oh, that's a big question. Okay. Quite big question. Kejap let me make the screen big. Okay, bombardment of questions incoming. Sorry, no worries. We are here to answer. So, what does it mean by significance of project in chapter 2? Can I combine the subchapters since it's just a suggestion? The recommendation and suggestion in chapter 3. Is it about our internship in the company or the industrial training course? So one by one, Madam, how about the first question? What does it mean by
Okay.
the significance?
Significant of project you have been assigned. Okay, what do you think impact to your before or after your internship? Yeah, even perhaps in your knowledge skill, that's what you have. Macam reflection juga lah. Yeah, part of more mainly on the project and recommendation. Can I combine? Yes, you can combine. So make sure the flow readable and clearly justify lah. Okay, how you arrange on those continuation of apa nama ni ayat tu dah. And second question, third question, the recommendation in chapter 3, is it about the internship? Okay. Oh yes, it's about the internship. Of course, not about the industrial training course tak ada lah. It's more about the how do you do you recommend this placement or this company to your junior ke? So how would you, if not recommended, how do you recommend to be more significant, more better place for the computational science intern? You can suggest. Okay? There's no issue with your suggestion. Even I have attended few presentation by intern students. Even together with the internship industry supervisor, they see what actually the student recommendation to that particular company. Kata apa, onboarding tu kena ada should have like training, should be provided with mentor. So that's actually the recommendation for that company. Kalau nak
Alright.
komen pasal industry training, it should be in evaluation, kan? If you able to assess the evaluation on industry training course, the cost itself, comments. Is it Rahul? Still open,
Mhm.
right? Is
Yeah.
so please comment on
The
that,
cost evaluation.
yeah,
Oh,
cost
you can
evaluation.
see my WebEx? Can you all see my WebEx? Is something wrong with my WebEx?
I can see.
Hello?
Yeah, I can see.
No, if you,
Yeah,
Right
see?
now you're seeing the Q&A session document.
no,
Yeah,
you
the Q&A session.
so-
The Q&A session. Okay, please do refer into the live.
Oh, okay. Let's check.
I will be posting the answer over there.
Make sure you copy and paste it later to the this Q&A.
All right, I will try my best.
So I might use it in my chatbot code. I'm currently doing a chatbot for Q&A for next
Okay.
batch now.
Okay. So is that all? Can you all see the answer for in the chat box?
Yes.
You all okay? Okay, nice. Thanks, Alif.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought the
mhm.
significance, hello, sorry, I interrupt. I thought the significance of the project is like actually what the project can bring to the public or something.
Yeah. Also, yes.
Okay.
For
Okay,
yourself,
also.
for the public.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
okay for the significance of the project? I read something like how important the project is to the organization instead. Because for my reflection, I read it in the reflection section.
For yourself, self-reflection, and as well as for the benefits of community or publics. Yeah, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Madam, give me around a minute. I need to notify one or two of my friends just to help me in the background while we are conducting this. I want them to help me copy and paste the Q&A session into the
Okay.
live chat. Hold on, eh?
Okay.
Okay, I've done it. Okay, now moving on to the next question, if there is any. Okay, thank you, Wong. Thank you for your assistance. Much appreciated. Okay. Okay, so I believe that's all for the time being for the live chat. Moving on to the next question. We have around 6 minutes before 9 p.m. Okay, so as madam can see, the question over here is the third question in the report submission section. So the question is, let's say I have completed all the sections but only have section 3. It's written in bullet points. Can we submit that as our partial report?
Yes, can. Without doubt.
Okay, so it's a okay.
Boleh, boleh.
Okay. All right. So that's the precise answer over there, very short, precise. Okay, next, moving down, if there is any more. Okay, slide submission, there is no questions. Logbook submission question. Okay, there are 3 questions here. Okay, let's begin with the first one. Since some of my logbook entries have blank external SV names because it was submitted when I still hadn't been assigned one, my SV didn't receive the early entries, so the entry cannot be verified. When doing the soft copy, ande. Where you all went? Where the part go? Hello.
That's
Okay.
it, yeah.
So my SV didn't receive the early entries, so the entry cannot be verified. When doing the soft copy, can it be submitted with a digital sign at the end, or does it have to be signed for each entry, or does it need to be printed to be asked manually signed by SV?
That's my answer. Compile all the weekly log as what we have
Mm-hmm.
discussed earlier. Compile all into
Mm-hmm.
one PDF, okay, and then or you can just print it out and ask your supervisor to stamp or sign or stamp lah, okay, with the two,
Okay.
and you can scan. So this answer, I guess, have been answered. Kan? This question has been answered.
Okay, the question has been answered. Okay, later I will mark it as answered. Okay, so
Okay.
moving on to the next question. Do we still need to make a new document for the logbook since we already have submitted and verified by the external supervisor in my internship website, which has been stated here? If yes, is the margin font spacing same as the report? And I believe Madam has answered.
Yeah.
Is that your answer, Madam?
No,
Oh,
that's not my
no.
answer.
Okay, that's not your answer.
There should
Okay,
be
okay.
question 2, I guess.
So I think that is an additional
Mm.
comment on his part. He has also given an extra comment whereby his logbook has already exceeded 100 pages, or she, if using the same font and spacing as the report. So I believe he or she has created a logbook which has exceeded 100 pages. So wow, okay, first.
Can you print? Can the image attach together with the log? I guess the log exceed 100 pages because of figures, I guess, or table manually been documented. It's a logbook. 100 pages
Sorry,
is quite a lot. Apa
sorry,
yang,
Madam.
okay, let's go for the question first. So do we still need to make a new document for log since we already submitted the verified? I guess we just use the current one, so because it started, I guess, from first week to, let's say, 30 week. You submitted as a partial submission again, and continue lah. Okay, so extend the 4 remaining weeks to the same PDF document lah. Okay, so don't separate it because the final submission need to be verified and as well as audited by unique and NQA lah. Okay.
Okay, so the final answer for Madam would be?
Would be yes. We need to combine with the former logbook lah, okay, the previous log. Combine, just combine the
Combine,
remaining week log week, okay, together with the old one. Merging this not really restricted on the log because you taken or generate the PDF straight from the system. So I guess just use that particular format.
Okay, okay, noted. All right, so that is question number 2. I hope Madam has answered the question. So if I may, is there any more follow-up questions on question number 2? If yes, please do state it out now. If not, I'll be moving on to the third question.
Yang
All
log
right.
100 pages, exceed 100 pages. I'm not sure why it reached 100. So a bit question mark.
I'm very amazed. Please teach me your way. Okay, so now moving on to question number 3. For the final submission, we need to submit our logbook report with our supervisor's signature after they have verified. Do they need to sign every week logbook or on the last page of the compiled PDF? Also, do we need to provide a box for the signature for each week's log entry since there is no box provided at the bottom of the page?
Okay. For final, we need to submit. Just make it simple. The last page, sign last page of the compiled PDF for the final submission or even the partial submission. And yeah, if you have time to put box there, you can just put there. So it's easy for supervisor to sign the section. They are like the all LI Unimas system last time. There's actually one box on the right bottom side of each pages. Maybe that's a good suggestion for improvement.
Okay, noted. Okay, so madam, just to confirm that is the final answer. Simplify it by signing it on the final page. If you have time, you may put a box on the right bottom.
Mhm. Yes.
Is that all right? Oh,
Yes, yes.
okay. Now moving on to the other questions down, if there is any. Okay, there is one question, two questions. Okay, so there are two questions. Okay, there are two questions, starting with question number 1. This is regarding the deadline and administrative questions. Regarding the submission dates, my visiting SV has given me different timeline for submission on the document. 8 for the partial, 10 for the full. Hence, I didn't submit anything today. Is that fine? Or I should rectify this with my visiting SV?
Okay, they have received my email stating that student require the submission of all reports before 10. So required, it's better for you to send all the required documents 2 days before lah. You know lah, lecturer all busy marking. So please do help them as well. So it's better 2 days before. So 8 lah. Yeah. You guys have ample time and so make sure utilize those time. Okay. Help the lecturers too. So it's better set up at 8. Like for my student, I set 5th because I'm actually on leave this 1 week. So yes, it's better for me to ask them because I will see some of them have completed even partial of the report. Okay. So asking them to give me early. It's only pass and fail, so there's no grading. So they know that they're gonna pass because you have done all the required tasks. Present, okay, you have all the slides, you have the written log and even partial of your log report have done. Tapi issue nak failkan you lah. Unless you punya supervisor kata, oh dia ni tak datang kerja lah, it's in action lah. So, yeah.
Okay. I believe that's an answer from Madam. So regarding the question number 1, it is better to submit on the 8th to help the lecturer, since our lecturers will also be marking other students' report just to ace the process of our internship. Okay. So is there any follow-up questions perhaps? I can see someone typing. But yeah, let's go on to question number 2. When will be the due date for our supervisor to complete the feedback form in the internship website? My supervisor hasn't yet to fill in the form.
Before 10. Before 10.
Okay, so
Make sure
it's
then, So tomorrow morning I will, because I'm collecting all the supervisor who not yet submitting the evaluation, so I'm gonna email them out tomorrow
I
morning.
reminded mine today and he did it already. But how to say, I think a lot of students they don't know about it because I think
Oh, yes.
they yeah.
I don't want to share the link. So it should be between
Faham,
the
faham.
coordinator with the supervisor. So there's another link which is faculty punya site lah.
Okay, so the final answer would be, sorry, madam, I didn't pay attention. What is the final answer?
Final answer is on the 10th lah. Okay, on the 10th of, if possible, 2 days early, so that when I compile, okay, everyone has, you can keep on reminding your supervisor, because tomorrow I'm gonna post to them. Yeah, in the past put and post. So it's better 2 days early on the 8th.
Okay, noted. So I will just write this here like that. Okay. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, but can I ask a question about the markings? Will the partial report and the complete report be marked, both of them, or only the partial report will be
Partial report.
partial report only?
Will be marked, yeah.
Oh, because I've been hearing some visiting lecturers saying that both will be marked. So just to be sure, only the partial report will be marked. Huh?
Partial report will be marked since the evaluation, it depends lagi lah. Yeah, tapi okay, the final submission will be a week after, so tak sempat lah. Okay, because we have 15 will be jana kedua. Okay, some lecturer will review if in case your internship habis awal kan, ada yang habis awal. So depend lah. Okay, if you want to complete, okay, because only few more weeks kan, 2 or 3 more weeks to go. Okay, so you should have done, full report now. I would say 80%. Partial, it will be 80% of your internship 6 berapa minggu tu, 20 ke 22 minggu contohnya.
Okay.
Should be all written up.
Okay.
80% lah, 80%.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright.
Although you can see, I'm not sure whether, I guess, okay, what from our side, the grading, there's a grade, okay, for your LI. But okay, when you see the result, it's actually pass and fail. If you get D dan ke bawah, then you fail lah. But the status will be fail dengan lulus dan kandas, L and K.
Okay. So, madam, I have a question out here. I believe during this small session of question number 2, many have PM me, I think around 5 to 10 people. I can sum the question that has been PM to me. Then will the grading be based on the partial report? And madam has mentioned yes, it will be based on the
Yes.
partial report. So what is the point of actually doing the final report?
Okay. For the final report, remember we are actually under MQA, MQA and as well as unique. So that's why you require to submit, okay, your final report to the link to the website lah, the Unimas portal LI to internship portal tu. Because all the marks, okay, we have audit. Okay, so this audit, okay, should collecting all of the students' work. Okay? Like for example, your log must be completed, and we have to choose which 3 of the best, 3 of the medium, and 3 of the lowest lah. So MQA will review. Kalau kira partial, it's not completed, gonna blame the coordinator lah. For not completing everything. So yes. That's why in our briefing last year, I told you that, okay, although you not yet finished your LI, okay, your report must be submitted early as maybe 2 or 3 weeks earlier, kan? bagi tahu kan.
Okay, so for question number 1, question number 2, the submission will be on the 8th, and the submission should be due on the 10th, but it's best to submit it on the 8th, and the report in question would be the partial report, right? Okay, so do pay attention. This is quite important. So question number 1, question number 2 behold similar meaning. When should the submission be? It should be before the 10th, or the due is on the 10th, but it's best to submit it before that, specifically 2 days before. And the report in question would be the partial report. Okay, so that will be for question number 1, question number 2. Question number 3, I believe the person is still typing. My batchmate is still typing. In the meantime, I'll go down to see if there's any more. Okay, there is one, and that person has shared. Okay, we go to this first before we go to that question up there. So there are other inquiries. So the question would be, hello, the internship website, the logbook view is as illustrated below, where interns had submitted weekly logbooks, yet it will not display on the supervisor's verification site for verification. So is this a link? It's not a complete link. Okay. So yeah, madam, can you see the image that has been shared?
Can you enlarge internship minimal stock book? So let me see the first internship logbook view is listed below. Okay, the first figure is actually for student.
Yes, yes.
And the one that not shown is screen lock by the supervisor, right?
Yes, correct.
So I just want to hear from maybe Rahul. So the chronology of when you submit your weekly report, would your supervisor able to verify it? Can you tell me the flow lah, macam the chronology, February, when was the issue with the system occur, especially on the log?
Okay, so this chronology has gone back very long. So basically, I've discussed with Madam with this issue since basically the first week of our internship, and Madam has given feedback that she has contacted the respective authorities. I won't be mentioning who, but Madam would know who. And it would be very simple to just say that within the 3 different entities, 2 of them has been contacted non-stop by Madam. And yes, up until today, yet to have any solution. Many has asked me the same question, and I've written back the same answer, that this system has not been managed by a single entity. However, it has been managed by 3 different entities.
Yeah,
so on my side, personally, how I approach this issue. So as I know this side, for me, I'm sorry, madam, I have to say this, is unreliable. Okay. For me personally, I find this unreliable for me. So as my intern mate, Richard, he and I has created a template. Basically, Richard created a template. So the template goes by a table for every week of internship, where we will enter the dates, the ID of the internship, basically ID number 1, number 2 for day 1, day 2, day 3, together with the contents. And we arrange them in such a way that there will be a box down there to be signed by our external supervisor. So this external supervisor of us, that is Dr. Yang Long, he would sign that, and also he would basically give us the verified copy. But as of today, he is still reviewing our our logbook, and it has yet to be fully verified. But yeah, that is how I approach this issue. Basically, I improvise in another format, which has been suggested by my batchmate, and we utilize that up until today. So I've read several questions that has been asked, which is similar to this question towards Madam, and the reply stays the same. Try to do your own method, but try to keep it as similar as possible to the current system.
We have to do it manually, although there's a automate system
Yes.
on our just that it's not helping us out.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So that is the answer from my side and also Madam Nofauza's side. So I hope this answers the question that has been asked. And yes, this question can say one of the top asked questions in the FAQ. So yeah, do keep note and do take note about this. If there is any more questions, I will review the live chat one more time if there is any. Okay, there is one by Arif. Is the NDA form compulsory to be put on the appendix section on our report?
Yes.
Oh, it
This
is.
is
Okay.
what required by unique lah and MQA, so that they see okay this NDA lah. Okay.
Okay. Wong, if you're there, please do copy Arif's comment. Question, is the NDA form compulsory to be put on the appendix section on our report? And please do put it right on top because this one maybe many has overlooked. And the answer would be yes, it's compulsory and is as it's been requested by our lecturer. So, madam, is it requested by you or who?
Unique, the MQA and unique.
Okay, by the NP and unique. Okay. So thank you, Wong, in advance. I'll be moving on to the question before that. Okay, so for the final question, I guess. What about company that require 2 weeks to check our report? They don't let us to submit anything without checking. I'm almost done with my report, but they require time to check. I'm very worried if I won't make the deadline. I can predict who asked this question, but yes, anonymity is important. So,
Okay.
madam, what is your take on this?
2 weeks will be okay lah. Okay, because unique or MQA will review at least by end or early of next year. So they still have time to submit. 2 weeks will be okay, but for the rest, yes, 1 week is better. But not lagi. I want an exact submission date. Okay, it is within a week. If you do have some reason, okay, to not submitting on time, so can extend to 2 weeks. Another 1 week tu lah.
Okay, so madam, just to
Tahu lah.
ensure that no one takes advantage of this and also abuses
Yeah.
this what do you say, this veto power, may I request that person that is facing this issue
Yeah,
to
just text
personally
me lah.
message madam?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Personally message me so that
Okay.
take note on that.
Okay. Okay, now moving on to the live chat. I believe there is one question from Felix. Please open your live chat, yeah, everyone. Okay, what if there is no issue with the verification on the logbook? Will that be used as a signature, need digital signature or not?
Okay, when you printed the logbook to PDF, would it be stated that your log has been verified or not? If not, then it require just a one single lah. At the end, in front, cover ataupun paling last page.
Felix, is there any answer from you?
Is it okay?
Okay, we will give him some time perhaps to type his answer. So in the meantime, I would like to check this part here. Is there any question? Okay, Wong is doing some editing. Okay. Thank you on the answer. Okay, Felix has given the answer, madam.
Okay.
Okay, now moving on to the next question below that. Can I use the table form and bullet form in finalize for the report?
What do you mean by the content? The content in table form and
Yes.
point form, I guess.
I believe he's asking regarding that.
Finalized for the report, which partial or full report or finalized report?
I think he's referring to the finalized report. Yes, the full report.
Full no need to be too wordy, like a lot of paragraph to read. It's better to make it with table format and as well as bullet form pun okay. And even if you are well, you can draw or design infographics on all the the charts or flows system, even better.
Okay. So that is the answer for Madam. Okay, where is the supervisor feedback form in the internship
No,
website?
no. That's gonna be different site. It should
Okay.
be. I already sent to them 2 or 3 weeks back, so I'm gonna send them again tomorrow for a second reminder lah for those who haven't submitted yet. So there's this issue actually with the lecturer accessing the site. Some of the email have capital letter in between. So, but then when the supervisor accessing the site, he or she actually uses all small letters. So it's case sensitive. Yes, it's all the email address which actually become the username to access that particular link. And when all the information of your supervisor email taken from yourself lah. So that's why few lah dalam ada 10 supervisor who asking they can't able to access, and then when I check back the log who accessing the site, tengok dia guna all small letter, which supposedly the students or intern dah bagi cap letter, dia macam small letter cap letter. So in my email I did mention sensitive lah. So username is case sensitive.
Okay, noted. So, Madam, according to what the question has been asked, where is the supervisor feedback form in the internship website? The answer would be it is referred onto a different site. So he doesn't have to take concern about this first.
Yep.
Okay.
That is actually our faculty, which have been developed by Dr. Alam and myself lah, on particular evaluation belongs to our faculty. So different question or rubrics, different. That's why Taudisi and Unique did not concern on, did not build ataupun develop particular assessment, our assessment, because that's assessments belong to our faculty. So would be different from other faculties. That's why we will fight for our own LI system sendiri lah, for next batch.
Okay. Okay, Madam. Thank you so much for the explanation. Okay, moving on to Mr. Lewis's question. Hello, so to double confirm, regarding the logbook issue, what we need at the end will be the digital signature on the last page of the logbook, right? Regardless of got verification from the system. So basically what he means is the digital signature will be the verification.
The digital signature, yes, to be verified. Yes.
So basically, I would like to condense what Luis wanted to say. So the logbook issue, he would like to proceed with having a final sign at the end of his logbook, and that would be considered the digital signature of verification, right?
Yes, right.
Okay. So Luis, that is the answer. All right. So now moving on to anyone else's question. Wong, if you are able to cope up, please continue. If you're unable, please to PM me. Thank you. Okay, so moving on to anyone's question left. Okay, down here, anymore. I'll go back up again from the top, scrolling down. Final answer, status, submit FCLIT. Okay, the answer is here. Question number 2 is here. Question number 3 is here. Okay, this one no question. Logbook submission question. Okay, Madam has answered here. This one has been answered. Continuing down. The deadline administrative questions has been answered. All has been answered. Down here, this question also has been answered. All right. So including the live chat, is there any? Okay, I think everything has been answered. So in the Telegram group, I will open once to see if there is any. Okay, up until now, as of 7:51 in the evening just now, there is no questions to be asked. And here in the chat also none. So okay, madam, I think for the time being, that will be all. And I hope many questions has been answered, and may the recording be passed on to all our other batchmates for acing their internship proceedings. Thank you, madam, once again for today's contribution. Thank you so much, everyone, for the questions asked. And madam, do you have any final words before we end this session?
Okay. Just don't be stressed out with all the reports. Just do whatever you think you have your effort, and then your commitment in terms of an intern at that particular company. Okay, I know you know yourself. Okay, you have done your best. Okay, and you don't have any issue with the company, then you passed. Yeah? So not to worry about 50% of report. You just do it. Okay, since it just passed and fail, dia tak ada grading. Okay, and of course, okay, please don't make any issue lah, okay, with the company ataupun supervisor. That's what really concern. Okay, some students yang memang not the apa in terms of the attendance, the attitude issue, especially. You are smart. I know all of you are very smart, but attitude issue lah memang ada. Of course, every semester there one or two student memang ada masalah attitude. So please do,
It's quite saddening to hear, actually.
yeah. But if you don't have any issue ke apa, just contact us lah as the AI coordinator, myself, and as well as the Nufaslan. Yeah,
Thank you, madam, for trying very hard. I know it's difficult.
Thank you, Ned. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Okay, hopefully all of you pass lah. Okay. This,
Also, madam, very sorry to cut on your finalization, because there is one question that has popped up in the live chat.
Yes, it's okay.
So regarding the logbook, how does the marking work? Because most of the time there is not much detail that can be written in the logbook, and most of the day I do repetitive tasks.
Yeah, of course, in 6 months you do the same project, and perhaps the task is similar, counting the numbers or do permit testing or manual testing, copy paste screen. You can see that a lot of today's this batch intern who doing automation and manual testing. Yeah?
Yes.
From your reflection, it's depending on how you write your reflection, and even how you describe your work. Is it fun or not? Yeah, and that's why require the significance of the project, and even would you recommend this job or even this company to your junior? So that's what we want to hear. Not on the you don't have much, you quick repeating on tasks. Tetap.
True.
Mana your content to how you deliver it, how you just justify it.
True,
Okay, your info is very valuable actually for our evaluation. Okay. Okay.
So basically, my part here, I would just like to contribute a bit. So regarding the repetitive tasks, for the past starting 2 to 3 weeks, Richard and I were tasked to do basically vehicle annotation. And throughout the first 3 weeks, I think we annotated close to 10,000 images. So
Okay,
daily we do annotation around 1,000 to 2,000 images non-stop. So yeah, we basically paraphrase our way through it. So yeah, it is
It's kind of
repetitive.
boring job, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of boring job. I know. Yeah, some of you might feel that you would prefer doing something, challenging, outdoor, rather than looking at the same data every day. But that actually interesting job for data is really important even for AI, kan?
True. So
How are
the,
you gonna visualize it? Kan?
it will
Interesting.
be very tedious.
Interesting. Of course. Make it simplify it lah. Okay, with all
Yeah.
the API ke, tools ke.
Yeah.
Okay.
True. Yes, that's correct. Thank you so much, Wong, for your contribution. Yes, you can
Yeah.
find ideas, maybe how to improve it, do automation. Exactly.
Mhm.
So yes, I would like to thank everybody once again. And Madam, thank you so much for the time
Thank
and
you
thank you
to
so much for the
Rahul.
idea.
Yes, thank you so much. So far, this batch are very good. Okay, you have representative, you have, a lot of questions to ask feedback. Okay, I can see that you are, becoming IT citizen now. Yeah, so yep, keep on asking, keep on give a feedback, good feedback lah.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you. On behalf of
That's
everyone, we would like to thank Madam on this. We will try our best to improve, and we wish all the best to everyone in this internship group. And thank you, Madam, for the proceedings and also consideration. And apologies on our behalf if we ever step across the line. And all of us, I would like to say thank you for this opportunity given to us to ask questions.
Thank you too. Good night, everyone.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Good night,
Any further
madam.
questions?
Good night, Rahul.
Good night. Any further questions, do proceed to ask inside this, what do you say, this Q&A session, or you can perhaps go and ask in the group directly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Rahul.
You're welcome. Don't forget to support Lizzie Chia.